हेलो फ्रेंड्स, लेट्स अवर डिस्कस ऑफ एनटीए मॉक टेस्ट 80। बात कर बात करते हैं यहाँ पर क्वेश्चन नंबर फर्स्ट की। द एक्सटर्नल सॉल्यूशंस हैविंग सेम कंसंट्रेशंस एज दैट ऑफ द सेल सैप इज कॉल्ड आइसोटोनिक सॉल्यूशंस। सेम बोला ना, सेम से। क्वेश्चन नंबर सेकंड, द practical purpose of classifications of living organisms to facilitate identifications of unknown organisms। क्वेश्चन नंबर थ्री। क्वेश्चन नंबर थ्री स्टार्ट करने से पहले प्लीज़ मैं आप लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ, जिन लोगों ने अभी तक चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है प्लीज़ वो लोग चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और वीडियो को ज़्यादा से लाइक एंड शेयर किया करें। बात करते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर थर्ड की। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज इनकरेक्ट विद द रिस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ प्लाज्मिड्स। ओके, इनकरेक्ट फॉर प्लाज्मिड। ओके, इट इज़ द सर्कुलर डीएनए, करेक्ट। इट कैरीज एंटीबायोटिक रेजिस्टेंस जीन, ये भी करेक्ट है। इट हैज़ द एबिलिटी टू ऑटोनोमस रेप्लिकेशंस, ये भी करेक्ट है। बट इट its DNA as long as chromosomal DNA? No. Question number 4. Read the following statements and choose the correct one. Rubella is is also called as German measles. ये correct है. फिर syphilis is and sexually transmitted caused by bacteria. Caused by bacteria. Okay, not for protozoans. फिर question number third. Option number third. Inability of heart to pump sufficient blood is called heart failure. This is correct. Rheumatoid arthritis is caused due to wear or tear of articular cartilage. This is no. Question number 5. In human, attached earlobes are the dominant features over free earlobes, while hypertrichosis of the ear is a hollow and drake. While linked features, a man with attached earlobes and extensive hair on pinna married a woman having free earlobes. The couples and had one son with attached earlobes and hairy pinna. Okay, another son with free earlobes and hairy pinna, and two daughters with the attached earlobes. One of the daughters married a man with free earlobes and sparse hair on pinna. They had two sons. What would be the characteristics of their pinna? Okay, option number B is correct. There would be equal chance of both having free or attached earlobes and sparse hair on pinna. Question number 6. The lack operator is lack operand होना चाहिए, present only in lack operans, lack operator. Okay, and it interacts specifically with lack repressors. ये करेक्ट है। फिर आई होप करेक्ट तो होना चाहिए, बाकी अदर भी, लेकिन एस्फिक्सली बोला है। फिर क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. इन ब्रीडिंग इज कैरीड आउट इन एनिमल्स हस्बेंड्री बिकॉज ऑफ इंक्रीजिंग होमोजाइकोसिटी। क्वेश्चन नंबर 8. ट्रू एंड फॉल्स बताना है यहाँ पर। एंटीबायोटिक मीन्स प्रो लाइफ इन द कंटेस्ट ऑफ द डिजीज कॉजिंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स। नो, दिस इज नॉट करेक्ट, यानी फॉल्स है। वॉक्समैन डिस्कवर्ड स्ट्रिप्टोमाइसिन्स एंड कॉइंड द टर्म्स एंटीबायोटिक्स, ये करेक्ट है। एंड ट्रू. थेराप्यूटिक्स वैल्यू ऑफ पेनिसिलिन वाज एस्टेब्लिश्ड बाय चेन एंड फ्लोरी, ये भी ट्रू है। फिर ऑप्शन नंबर डी. मोस्ट ऑफ द एंटीबायोटिक्स आर ऑब्टेन्ड फ्रॉम एक्टिनोमाइसिटीज, ट्रू। Question number 9. Read the following statement and select the correct one. Alfred Wallace and naturalists who worked in Malay archipelago also came to similar conclusions as Darwin's around the same times. This is correct. Darwinian variations are small and directionless, ये भी correct है। फिर बाकी incorrect. Question number 10. NaCl is harmful to most crop plants as a scientist. हालांकि इतने लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछे जाते हैं इतना टफ। At the University of Toronto, genetically modified a plant so that it could be grown in dry parts of the world where the available water has high level of NaCl. This genetically modified plant's crops with the high levels of NaCl by transporting salt into its vacuoles where it accumulates to abnormally high levels, which features would be observed in the genetically modified plants when compared to a non-modified plant. The cytosol in the modified plants has a higher osmotic pressure. Question by 11. The major ingredient of most degradant detergents that causes luxuriance growth of algae is phosphates. Question number 12. Which of the following can regenerate its entire elementary canal? C. Cucumber. Question number 3. What would happen if the vas deferens is tied up through a small incisions on the scrotum? Semen is without sperm. Question number 14. Identify the correct statement. Tetrasporic types of embryo sac is found in Pepromia. Question 15. The most limiting nutrients of the marine ecosystems is nitrogen. Question 16. How many animal species are recorded in India? More than 90,000. True and false यहाँ पे बताना है. The scrotums act as the thermoregulators, maintaining the testis at a temperature 2 degrees centigrade lower than that of the body. 2.5 होना चाहिए. 2.2 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड करेक्ट है यानी कि ट्रू. कोरोना रेडिएटा लेयर्स ऑफ द ओवम प्रिवेंट्स पॉलीस्पर्मी, ये फॉल्स है. फिर मिडिल पार्ट ऑफ एयर इज डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम द एंडोस्पर्म्स लेयर, ये ट्रू है. फिर the hormone humans chorionic gonadotropins facilitate their parturitions by softening the connective tissue of the pubic symphysis. This is false. Question 18. Consider the following statements and select the options that correctly fills in the blanks. In spring seasons, cambium is more active and produces B for early wood. In autumn seasons, cambium is less active and produces late wood. Question 19. Cyanobacteria are classified under Monera. Question 20. If a person drinks very small amount of water, then after prolonged and strenuous exercise, the body fluid will have antidiuretic hormones for renin. Question 21. True and false बताना है पर. Depositions of uric acid in joints causes true. Asthma is caused due to destructions of alveolar valves. In smoke emphysema में ऐसा होता है. Narrowing of the lumen of arteries due to depositions of cholesterol, fibers, fats, and calcium causes arteriosclerosis. False है. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is an example of Brion's disease. True. Question 22. Stilt roots arising from the basal nodes of plants like maize and sugarcane are also called as brace root. Voluntary muscles are present in hind limb. Question 24. Humans' heart is termed myogenic because impulse for heartbeat is generated in the pacemakers. Question 25. Read the following 5 statements A to E and select the options with all correct statements. Mosses and lichens are the first organisms to colonize a bare rocks. Okay. फिर Selaginella is homosporous pteridophyte, heterosporous. फिर coralloid root is करेक्ट. उसके बाद फिर coralloid roots is in cycas have worm. No. फिर D है main plant body is bryophyte is gametophyte, whereas in pteridophyte it is Sporophytic. In gymnosperms, male and female gametophytes are present within the sporangias located on the sporophyte. ये correct है. Question 26. Which of the following induces flowering in short day plants? Cytokinin. Question 37. Identify the correct statements. Bacterial, fungal, flagella do not show 9 plus 1, 9 plus 2 configurations in their ultra structures. Correct है. फिर bacterial flagella composed of both proteins and carbohydrates. No. All the cocci and bacilli are non-motile. No. Flagellar movement in bacteria is rotations. ये correct है. Question 28. The law of limiting factors for the photosynthesis was enunciated by Blackman. Question 29. Proteus anguinus is an example for effect of light on pigmentation. Question 30. On the basis of symptoms of chlorosis in leaves, students inferred that this was due to deficiency of nitrogen. The inference could be correct only if the assume that yellowing of leaves appeared first in old leaves. Question number 31. Statement true. Statement फिर go through the following statements. यहाँ पर correct choose करना है. The oxygen hemoglobin dissociation curve is an sigmoid curve. This is correct. फिर about 4.5 milliliter of CO2 can combines with the hemoglobins in 100 milliliters of the blood in the form of carb amino hemoglobins. This is not so correct, but options D की बात कर C की बात करते हैं. High partial pressures of oxygens O2 tends to displace CO2 from hemoglobins and this is called Haldane effect. ये correct है. फिर the movement of chloride ions from plasma into RBC as at the time of CO2 transport is called Hamburg's phenomena. Question 32. Which of the following is an incorrect statement? Metabolisms provide mechanisms to produce energy. फिर without metabolisms there cannot be living state. ये भी correct है. But systems at equilibrium can easily perform work. Equilibrium पे कोई भी work perform नहीं होता है. Any chemicals or our physical process moves to spontaneously to equilibrium. ये correct है. Question 33. Pick the wrong statements from the following with reference to evolutions. The existence of deleterious genes within the populations is called genetic load. Correct है. Any deviations due to chance variations is called Sival-Wright effect. Correct है. फिर ऑप्शन सी की बात करते हैं. Recombinations of genetic material occurs during mitosis. No. Mutations occurs at random. ये correct है. Question 34. Vomiting is the ejections of stomach's contents through the mouth. This reflex action is controlled by the vomiting centers within the medulla. Question 35. Crayfish is crustaceans. Question 36. Which of the following helps in the transmissions of impulse across the synapse? Calcium ion. Question 37. Which of the following is synthesized by both brain and endocrine glands? Somatostatin. Question 38. इनकरेक्ट बताना इसमें से. आई होप इतना बड़ा क्वेश्चन है. When fats are used in the respiration, the RQ is more than the unity because fats contains more oxygen and require a relatively less amount of CO2 for oxidation. This is correct. The most important energy carrier is ATP. This energy is rich. Compound is mobile and can pass from one cell to another. I hope this is correct. But before pyruvic acids enters Krebs cycle, one of the two carbon atoms of pyruvic acid is reduced to carbon dioxide in the reactions called reactive carboxylation. I hope ये भी correct है. फिर a special electron carrier system is located in the mitochondrial membranes is called Subtle systems. It transfers electrons from hydrogen of cytoplasmic NADS to mitochondrial electrons carrier across the mitochondrial membrane. This is not correct. For option 5. Zymase is a complex mixture of so many enzymes that requires several coenzymes for its actions. The enzymes complex zymase catalyze series of reactions taking place during the fermentations leading to the production of ethyl alcohol. I hope ये correct होना चाहिए but इसमें दिया नहीं है. Question 39. What is caused as a result of wild and rapid muscle expansion due to low calcium level in body fluids tetany? Question 40. Which of the following terms represent a pair of contrasting character allelomorphs? Question 41. Peking man is also called Synanthropus. Question 42. Select correct option choose करना है फिर the heating of earth surface and atmosphere is due to ग्रीन हाउस इफेक्ट. फिर उसके बाद बात करते हैं यहाँ पर द ओजोन ऑफ द ट्रोपोस्फेयर इज कॉल्ड बैड ओजोन, स्ट्रेटोस्फेयर में गुड ओजोन एंड ट्रोपोस्फेयर में बैड. दिस इज ओके. फिर अमंग द ग्रीन हाउस गैसेस द परसेंटेज ऑफ CO2 फॉर मैक्सिमम. फिर रिकॉग्नाइज द deleterious effect of ozone depletions and international treaty known as Montreal Protocol. Question 43. In malignant tumors, the cells proliferate, grow rapidly, and move to other parts of the body to form new tumors. This stage of disease is called metastasis. Question of 44. Identify the incorrect system. Azobacter and Biserinckia are free-living nitrogen fixers. Correct है. Rhodospirillum is an anaerobic nitrogen fixing bacteria. ये भी correct है. Bacillus and Clostridiums are symbiotic nitrogen fixation. This is not correct. Frankia produce nodules on the roots of non-leguminous plant like Elnus, while Rhizobium does the same in leguminous plants. Question 45. Which of the following placental hormones stimulates and maintains the corpus luteum to secrete its hormones? Human chorionic gonadotropins. Question 46. The ratio of kingdoms with prokaryotes and eukaryotes in Whitaker's classification 1:4. Question 47. Which one of the following has thorns bearing leaves and flowers on them? Duranta. Question 48. यहाँ पर ए की बात करते हैं ए प्रोड्यूसर्स और बी की बात करते हैं कंज्यूमर्स और फिर सी की बात करते हैं तो डेट्राइटस और डी की बात करते हैं तो यहाँ पर डी कंपोजर्स. Question 49. Given the below diagrams of the circulatory system of cockroach, mark the options which include the structures not found in these systems. Capillaries not found but aerie muscles, anterior aorta, chambers of heart also. Question 50. Diapteris differs from Funaria in having an independent sporophyte. Question 51. Human Genome Project was closely associated with the rapid development of a new branch in biological science known as bioinformatics. Question 52. Vernalizations comes under the following branch of plant physiology, growth and development aspects. Question 53. Based on the experiment conducted, the bridge on Drosophila, the female sex of the Drosophila is determined by the genes located on the which chromosomes for X. Question 54. The parasite that lives within a plant tissue is called as endophyte. Question 55. Which one is not an example of alien species? Which is not? Question 56. Which of the following is an incorrect statement? In flavored sour tomato, the genes of the enzyme uronase has been blocked. Okay. फिर ऑप्शन बी की बात करते हैं बीटी टोमेटो. बीटी टोमेटो is a transgenic food crop that may help in solving the problems of the night blindness in developing countries. No, this is not correct. Question 57. Transport over longer distance proceeds through the vascular system. Xylem and phloem is called translocation. Question 58. Select the correct options for the rumen of cattle harbors methanogens. Question 59. Assimilatory power refers to generations of ATP and NADPH2. Question 60. Free nuclear endosperms is formed due to free nuclear mitotic divisions. Xylem parenchyma cannot be traced in finus. Question 62. Which of the following products obtained by recombinant DNA technology is used for the treatment of cancers? Interferons. Question 63. Which one of the following statements is correct regarding sexually transmitted infections? A person may contract syphilis by sharing milk with one already suffering from the disease. No, syphilis is not transmitted. फिर hemophilia is one of the sexually transmitted infections. Genital herpes and sickle cell anemia are both sexually transmitted infections. No. Question 64. By the presence of which of the following can the family Brassicaceae be immediately identified the tetradynamous stamens and rhipium? Question 65. The most important physiological features of hemoglobin is its ability to combine reversibles with oxygens. Question 66. The abiotic factors of promoting the process of decomposition of detritus increase in temperatures above 25 degrees centigrade moist environment. Question 67. Bovine spongiform encephalopathy occurs in cow. Question 68. The genotype of blood group A can be IAIA or IAIO. Question 69. The primary adrenal insufficient or hypocortisolism is commonly known as Addison's disease. Question 70. Adjacent nucleotides are joined together by a bond between okay carbon number 3 and carbon number 5. Question number 71. Which of the following layers of the ovum undergo changes to prevent polyspermy when sperms contact with it? Zona pellucida. Question number 72. Quiescent cells in the root tip cells are in which phase of cell cycle of mitosis? Z0 phase. Question number 73. Which one of the following is a famous bird sanctuary in India? Kevla Dev Kanha National Park, Rajasthan. Question number 74. Bhang, charas, ganja, hashish and marijuana are drugs obtained from hemp plant. Okay, marijuana. क्वेश्चन 75. यहाँ पर बताना है मार्जिनल प्रेजेंटेशन कौन से शो करते हैं? ग्राम, टूलिप और अरहेड, सनहेम और लूपिन पी यानी कि 6 शो करते हैं. फैमिली फेबेसी के मेंबर हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 76. एन एरिया in the brain which is associated with the strong emotions is limbic system. Question 77. Identify the correct sequence of events in a cardiac cycle: atrial systoles, ventricular systole, joint diastole. Question number 78. Which of the following is an examples of negative feedback? The thermostat shuts off the furnace as the room temperature reaches 20 degrees centigrade. Question number 79. In plants cells, the number of Golgi bodies increase during cell division. Question number 80. The animals of this symmetry can be cut into two antimeres in the median sagittal plane only bilateral. Question 81. Formations of glycogens from glucose is an example of polymerizations. Question 82. Who among the following reached the idea of natural selection as the fundamental process of evolutionary changes independently by Charles Darwin and Alfred Russel Wallace in 1859? Question 83. The energy which is utilized by the living world is primarily light. Question 84. The classifications proposed by the Engler and Prandtl is phylogenetic. Question 85. Drosophila melanogaster was found to be appropriate for tests by Th. Morgan due to a few its particular highlights. These highlights are all but single mating produce small numbers of progeny flies. Question 86. A student observed 31 quisqualis plants, each with 36 nodes, 15 hibiscus plants, each with 21 nodes, and 77 calotropis plants, each with 11 nodes. All these plants contains leaves at every node. That will be the total number of leaves of these three plants put together, 4,241. Question 87. Interconvertible of sol gel is physicochemical change. Question 88. The site for productions of ADA in the body of lymphocyte. Question 89. The place in eye of mammals from which optic nerves and blood vessels leaves the eyeball is blind spot. Question 90. Euchromatins is transcriptional active stains light is loosely packed and all of these are correct. इस प्रकार आपके 90 क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट होते हैं आई होप आप लोगों को वीडियो पसंद आई होगी प्लीज़ वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लाइक एंड शेयर करें और जिन लोगों ने अभी तक चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है प्लीज़ वो लोग चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और थैंक यू सो मच वॉच फॉर दिस वीडियो और मिलते हैं एक नई वीडियो के साथ।